My name is Nathan Evans. I took the class in, I think it was September 2016, and it's had a profound impact on me. And I thought I'd just share a quick story about grace. Most importantly, I have my family, my wife Kimberly. We've been married 15 years. She's a C. My daughter Kaylee is 14. She's an I. I have a Cooper. He is S. He is like a young Mr. Rogers almost. And Callum is definitely a C. He takes after his mother. And in addition to that, I'm also the district manager for Best Buy. And there are 1,400 people in my sphere of care over 4 states. And this began for me about 3 years ago. I saw the Leadership Crisis video, the animated version where Bob talked. And at the time, Best Buy was going through a rough patch. Our stock was down. We were in CEO transition. A lot of people were scared. The economy was in a lot different place. And there were a lot of behaviors at Best Buy that weren't, I felt, conducive to a great work environment. And my boss was suboptimal at the time, and I saw the Leadership Crisis video. Yeah, it was definitely a judgmental statement. That's funny. And I was like, yes, like I am experiencing a leadership crisis. That is me. I am in the midst of this. And I did a lot of deep reflection, and what hit pretty profoundly and hard for me is, wow, maybe I am the leadership crisis for many of those 1,400 people at the time. And been on a journey over 3 years. And personally, here's the difference it's made at home. Somebody, a friend or family member tells me about once a month, wow, you're a great listener. Thank you. Including my wife, which is very important. And the other thing I hear is, wow, especially when it comes to kids, you handled that a lot better than I thought you would. And professionally, it's had a profound impact, I know, on me and the way that I interact. Yesterday at City Hall, I told a story about an incident that happened and how we went after a local strategy of listening and understanding to help diffuse the conflict and understand how an experience by a city council member in one of our stores and his interpretation of it put us in a bad spot, right? From not only a social media perspective, but also from a doing the right thing perspective. And what we connected with is there was somebody who was sad and angry and hurt and frustrated, and because of a need for respect. And whatever his interpretation was, those feelings were extremely valid, and that need was valid. And we got on camera and just said we're here to listen and understand. And things got better from then on. And a lot of people saw that and have told us that they appreciated us doing that. We continue to listen and understand. And the grace thing comes into play here. It was grace for me to discover that video on YouTube and at the time, and it was grace to be able to take the class and experience Nina and Julie teaching just a phenomenal class and role modeling the behaviors we talk about. It's been grace in my ability to connect with others, and it has been an experience of grace to personally go through this journey with someone who I consider a very good friend and who was there with me in North Charleston on that day when we were in front of TV cameras. And I found just a tremendous amount of joy from getting to know this person and going on this journey with him, and that's Calvin Smith. So you'll hear from Calvin in a little while, so thank you, Calvin. Thank you, Bob, and thank you, Nina, Julie, and all the members of OCL.
Nathan, it was Kat, he taught you. Nina was just there giving you
Sorry. Sorry. That being said, that's just a small part of the story. Calvin will fill you in later on the rest. And thank you very much.